I feel proud. Mostly, I feel proud.
24 and going to jail. Climate activist Emily Kelsall says she'll be sentenced Friday at the BC Supreme Court for doing this, entering a construction site last spring for the Trans Mountain Pipeline expansion project, off limits due to an injunction. No regrets for the young activist who wore an inflatable T-Rex costume as part of her protests. Kelsall and fellow activists were convicted of criminal contempt after they jumped a fence on May 11, 2022 for the protests that's meant to draw attention.
We played badminton for about 20-25 minutes when one of the workers came up to us and told us we're in an injunction zone, and if we try to escape, we will be met with force because the police are coming. So we have to stay where we are.
Kelsall says she expects to be serving up to 21 days in jail, and that isn't going to stop her.
I do think that it is kind of our responsibility to be good ancestors. That's the term, is to actually make an effort to protect the generations that are coming.
Climate activist and retired UBC professor Bill Winder says he was arrested and also served jail time in 2022 for protesting against the TMX. He says youth activists who get convicted and sentenced for fighting for change isn't fair.
Just find that it's kind of exaggerated to put two young people in jail for a 25-minute protest. I would rather that people in my position get involved rather than young people.
The fact that the Canadian government bought this pipeline, is investing billions of dollars in this pipeline in order to build it so it can go overseas, be burnt, go straight into our atmosphere and completely mess up our climate is ridiculous. So that's why I'm fighting for what I'm fighting for.
Trans Mountain says it respects people's rights to peacefully protest. The company says in the future, renewable and clean energy will make up a greater mix of our energy supply. But the reality today is that we still rely on fossil fuels for the majority of the world's energy needs. That doesn't mean that we aren't looking for ways to minimize, reduce, and offset impacts. Even though the pipeline project is currently being built, Kelsall says she has hope it can be stopped.
But these are what the people in power want us to believe. They want us to believe that there's nothing we can do. And this is very much our fight to win. And the more people we have, the more likely it is that this pipeline will be stopped.
In West Vancouver, Angela Bauer, City News.